As you see, I took off the I-beam axle and I actually removed those spindles that I built on the beginning, and I'm gonna make a real, I'm gonna convert it to look like a real I-beam axle with spindles, you know. So yeah, so I took the same. I already have other motorcycle axles or screws or wheel axles for the front, but I saved them for a later time maybe, and I cut the original ones that I mounted here, and I took those 6mm thick metal circles or discs that I bought in the beginning for something else that I don't remember anymore now. And I drilled holes, 12mm holes, and I fitted those very snugly with a hammer inside them. And yeah, so I welded them from both sides, and yeah. And now I have to cut this one 7 degrees this way to make it shorter, because it's a bit too wide for my taste, you know. Now, and yeah, I took a good measurement on the beginning, but the motorcycle wheels I'm using are not like the same kind of wheels that is made for cars, you know. So they look really to the outside. They are not covering a little bit of the axle, so they are here. So that's why it was pretty wide, the axle on the front. So now I'm gonna try to remove a few centimeters. Oops, here. Try to remove a few centimeters, and I'm gonna go 7 degrees to the inside, and then the spindle will sit exactly straight somehow. Yeah, exactly the same way like the real I-beam axles from Hot Rods. You can Google them or YouTube them, search them on YouTube. So I took this cardboard here and put it on the back of it this way, and I re-drilled it on, re-drawed it on it, and then I made my measurements using this printed thing. So I took an angle from the bottom side here, 90 degrees, and then I took a point that I said it's okay, I can start cutting here. Draw the line that is also 90 degrees to this line. I put this guy here, and I took 7 degrees. I write G because I'm German, and here we say grad. So 7 here is the 0, and yeah, and here's 7. So this is supposed to be okay. So now I'm gonna cut this one with a scissor, and then refit it out there, and draw here where I have to cut, and then cut this side, and then I can turn this guy to the other side, and because those both sides are made identical the same way I did this one, and I'm gonna cut the other side. So it ended up this way, looking this way, I mean, from the front. And on the other side I started already hanging the spindle and one wheel. Now this piece on the front will be on the bottom of the other side, you know, of the left side. I just put it here to take measurement if my screw is long enough and stuff, you know. Yeah. The steering feeling has changed. In the beginning, while I was testing that, it was okay, you know. So when you turn the steering wheel to one direction and then you leave it free, it turns back to straight. So it was interesting, but later it didn't do that anymore. I don't know. But I had hard times with the wheels, but you know. And yeah, another thing, the air cleaner, I didn't like it. It is too much to the front and stuff when I remove the tank, so I didn't like it. I will go for another idea. So I will make a rod, or to call it a tubing, bigger tubing, yeah, on the top of the engine, and then I will put 3 small filters that I still can't find on internet. But somehow I will do that. Yeah. And here's the dashboard. I added a shock. So here is the shock knob here. Now I can't. Yeah, here it is. This chrome thing. So you push it, you're in shock, and you pull it, you're release. Here is my key switch. So actually we can start the car from the inside. Let's do that. So turn on the ignition, push the shock, and yeah, a few buttons. We'll go for lights and stuff, you know. Yeah. And the seat, they are pretty comfortable right now. Here's the push rod for the choke. And yeah, as I said, the air cleaner have to be changed somehow. And I made those rests for the windshield that I still have to cut. I have it already there, sitting there. Yeah. We're almost done with construction. The next steps will be finishing it, you know. So this is the shifter. So I added this guy here. It will be to secure the reverse gear, you know. When you pull it, you pull some other rod and stuff that I'm gonna fit out there to make secure the reverse gear, not to, you know, and it's something that looks good, you know.